It is very much about law for justice. Um,
Yep. The
so,
God of law and
good.
so
justice.
if someone's wronged, that they have justice for them. So not to the point of law goody goody as a lot of people think, like hell and things like that. It's more about getting justice for the misdeeds done to somebody.
Yep. Punishment of the wrongdoers. Yeah, they want to sustain law and goodness in the world. Basically, your typical lawful good paladin would worship Tyr, the god of law and justice.
I'll add the 5 platinum pieces to our group loot bag.
Okay, so as you put it into your bag, all of a sudden, things start flying off of the bookshelf. Like books start flinging across the room, and you actually get hit with several. Also, several of the tapestries on the wall get ripped down and they fall.
I quickly put... Oh, go ahead.
The door slam, and then it just goes quiet. And this happens for about 5-10 seconds.
What was that, guys?
He even grabbed his shield off his back and protected himself a bit. With it stopping, they'll put it back and kind of look at Omi, ask, "What the hell did you do?"
There's 5 platinum pieces in the bag, and I just put them in our group loot bag. And then also, all of a sudden, that happened.
I just put 5 platinum in the bag. That's awesome.
You just stole some shit out of this locked drawer I picked. I don't know what's happening.
As a guest of Sokol Keep, just rifling through shit. I love it.
Okay, at that point, as soon as they start flying off, it kind of seems a bit weird, so I'm going to do a divine sense on the area and see if I can see detect foes like celestial fiend, undead within 60 foot. If I can sense any presence of anything like that.
You do not sense any kind of evil.
That's very strange. Can't detect any force that might be linked to what's just happened there. Did you set some
Would I know
sort
of
of
any
trap off?
kind of... Well, would I know of any kind of magic that would create or would have some kind of an effect like that?
Possibly, maybe a high level type of archmage type of magic. That could possibly happen.
Ghost.
That too.
Any of those books that were flying around ain't look like a Eigen's journal?
You look around, you don't see anything. No.
There's still 2 locked doors, right?
No, he's already opened them all up.
Oh.
All,
Did I take
all of
the last one also?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look through some of that bad poetry.
Yeah, like I said, you know, the things that you guys had found was a bunch of books and scrolls, basically with all kinds of dead languages and stuff. Poetry, a bunch of sketches. You found that huge dusty tome that was, you know, on the couch, well, the sofa with the stand, with the little table in front. That's a book that was titled "The Moonsea Cults" by Thalius of Tyr. You found that. Then all of a sudden, everything started going haywire. And you know that all of this stuff, even the tapestries and whatnot, are all, you know, about Tyr, basically.
I want to do a history check on that name of that book. Thales of Tyr.
Okay. The only thing that you know about Thalius is it was one of the most devout worshippers of Tyr.
Time
Yeah.
frame?
This is something I taught about as I went through my paladin schooling, from like legends or anything like that.
Possibly all of the murals and all of the tapestries and whatnot could be Thalius as well. That's what you would assume.
Would I know about what time he lived?
Hundreds of years ago.
Would this coincide with that Dragon's Run that the kid was talking about?
There you go. That's a good assumption. That's what you think, yes. But as for the book, like I said, it is written in a language that you just do not understand. But it looks like it derives as from Common, though.
Now my next question is about the dead language books. What type of books are they?
Just talking about the different dead languages of years past. It would take you days to go through those books. There's quite a few books. Try to match this book to one of them. Yeah, it will take you days to do something like that.
Well,
I think if we leave the books here for now, but if at the end of everything, if it doesn't like we can find him or recover him, rather than these get lost in the admin of it all, these might be worth us reclaiming these books, so we can actually put them into better use and hand them to people that actually make better use of them, didn't just disappear.
You mean you don't want to throw them into the group loot bag?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, well, that's that kind of the whole thing. If he turns up, he's likely to want his books. If he doesn't, we're having them.
It just seems very bizarre, you guys. I mean, he obviously has an infatuation with Tyr, also with the Dragon Run. 2 days ago, was it, that they all disappeared together, but yet he was having long conversations with the sergeant? I mean, it just seems bizarre to me, but it seems like maybe the two have gotten into cahoots with each other, and maybe it's because they found something here on the island in the towers.
Yeah, it seems very sus. Definitely worth, if he doesn't come up and he's not found like there's nothing going on wrong, I think definitely need to take these books. We can get somebody, either the Temple of Tyr or something like that, to look into them a bit more and get anything they can uncover from them at a later date.
Well, do we want to at least bring the book that was on the coffee table?
Yeah. I'll pick that one up and put it in the bag.
Okay.
I think it might be worthwhile if we need to comprehend language in that one. Perhaps they found something within that book that started this disappearance.
I would be more than willing to do it if that's what the party wants.
Well, if we bring it with us, we can earmark the page it was on, and if it just comes to it, we could probably do it at the time.
Yeah, I'd take a piece of parchment and put right there where it was open.
Looking around the room, is there anything of notice within the room? Anything else that perhaps we just are overlooking, or perception maybe that anything trapdoorish or hidden walkway type thing? No,
you guys basically have done a good job here. And by this point, Chandra comes back into the room. She says, "What just happened? I heard all of that banging and the wailing sound again. What happened?" And she sees everything kind of tore up, and she starts to straighten it up.
I'll look at her and say, "Good woman, I think I finally believe you about the items being tossed and thrown of no single person's volition."
She tells you, I knew my husband wasn't lying, but she says, I'll get this cleaned up. Did you find anything? Did you find anything about Master Eigen?
It seems the boy was interested in some treasure. Perhaps these tapestries lining his walls have something to do with his infatuation.
Well, the boy had, ever since he was a young boy, he's had that infatuation. He always thought that there was something here on the island that there was a massive treasure.
I'll kind of look at the party and say, you know, we've searched the guard towers, the lighthouse. We've searched Eigen's quarters.
Yeah, I think we need to go to that east tower where he was heading. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was heading
totally
there quite
agree.
a lot.
I think that's where we're going to find our answers.
Oh, the East Tower, that's in ruin. Yeah, that was damaged many years ago in the Dragon Wars. Do you think he would have gone there?
Well, it seems as though your boy had observed young Eigen eloping to the destination of the East Tower a few times.
He never mentioned anything of it to me.
Oh, boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
I think he may have found something.
Well, you can
You wouldn't
just
happen
go.
to know, I can keep a journal at all. We found a journal within the...
Oh, I'm sure he has a journal somewhere. If you didn't find it in here, I do not know where it would be, actually. Maybe he kept it on him. I don't know.
Fair enough. I'll look at the
Alright.
party and say, should we head to the East Tower? Maybe we need to grab RC before we head out there to see how Eigen got in.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
Alright, so it's almost 8. Why don't we take a break? Great job so far, everybody. Fun time. Let's take about a 10-minute break or so. Alright, so you guys are off to the East Tower, I guess, right?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that the little boy was able to show us the way to get in.
Yeah. He'll RC will show you. Now, what are you guys doing with that with the loot? You got that loot in the bag, right? There's the 5 platinum and the holy symbol.
And the book, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And the book, that's right. And the book. Okay, so you guys are heading over to the East Tower. RC, he takes you there, not a problem. And this is the East Tower that lies directly behind the mansion. And it's actually part of the old keep and the old castle. And, you know, this was destroyed during the Dragon Run. And at one point, RC is telling you at one point in time, this used to be a vast library. But now, you know, he says, but now, a couple hundred years later, you know, as you guys he starts to bring you guys inside, and it's just a tower that is just storing all kinds of furniture, you know, thick layers of dust everywhere, cobwebs everywhere, big giant spiders, and I'm not talking giant spiders, the ones that are going to attack you like the ones in the Monster Manual, but you know, all these big spiders running through the cobwebs and whatnot. And it doesn't look like anybody's been in here for years, actually.
No footprints in the dust or anything like that?
You can give me an investigation check. Now, RC tells you that he followed Eigen and he saw him come in here, but he never came inside, so he doesn't know what is in here.
Okay, we'll thank him, and I'll ask him to hold his hands out, and I'll drop 20 copper pieces into them.
20 copper pieces? You're cheap, man. You
Hey,
told
I've
me you're
just
going to make
doubled
it worth my while.
I just doubled what I gave him last time.
Copper?
That's 3 silver totally there out of me.
Well,
Oh.
well, thanks, I guess. And he says, I guess I'll
No,
see
be
you
kind,
later.
I'll give you 2 more silver.
Oh no, you probably need it more than I do. You go ahead and keep it. Thanks for nothing, as he walks off. He says,
Here you go, son. I'll hand him a bran muffin
said-
before he walks off.
oh wow, this is the best thing yet. Oh wow.
chucks it all in like a corner or something.
He said, "Well, wow, thanks, mister. This is the best thing yet." As he kind of goes around a corner, you can hear him spit it out, plah, plah, and then he hears something hit the ground.
Just big thud against the wall.
Pretty
big
much.
old heavy brand muffin smacks it. Yeah.
So you're searching around, Markish, and you actually notice that some of the furniture against the far wall has been moved back and forth because you can see all of the scrape marks in the dust. And, the dust hasn't settled yet. And it looks like all of this furniture against the wall is blocking something from the view. Because it's all kind of like piled up,
Yeah, so with noticing that, I'd signal over to the group and see if I can't replicate the scrape marks with moving the furniture.
Okay. So as you're doing that, a candelabra flies off of, holding down one of these, sheets on top of one of these pieces of furniture, flies off and hits you, Omi, right in the side of the head. Almost knocking you down. I mean, it's not going to do any kind of damage or anything like that, but it definitely gets your attention, and you feel a sort of like a very cold brisk of air by your face, like something just walked in front of you, and then it happens again behind you, and it just kind of whisks in front and the back. Your hair kind of poofs up a little bit. And you get hit with this candelabra in the head. Poof. And then it hits the floor.
That's not funny, guys.
I didn't throw anything.
What's not funny?
As I saw it fly off, and so I would have stopped moving the furniture and watched Omi got lopped upside the head.
None of you threw that?
No, it wasn't me.
That damn thing just jumped.
Alright, so you get this furniture moved aside, Markish, with your big burly muscles, and it reveals a boarded over door. And you kind of pull on these planks, and they're actually loose. And you can actually feel a bit of a draft of air coming out of the spaces of the planks.
Yeah, so is this a door that you would open, or does it look like the planks would need to be removed?
It's sort of like a you pull one of the planks off, and it looks like it's actually like a hole in the floor, something that you would basically crawl down into.
Okay, so start pulling them back so we can open it up.
I'll lend you my crowbar.
Excellent, thank you.
No check needed with a crowbar. That's good enough. You start peeling these planks back. And then below you there's you can squeeze through. It's enough. A Goliath couldn't get through this hole, but everybody else could. Half orc, barely, but you can still squeeze through.
We'll suck in the gut.
So you have dark vision, right?
Correct.
All right. So as you start to shimmy your way down the shaft, it comes into an opening, and with your dark vision, you can see that because you're the only one. You can only fit one person in this thing at a time. So you can see that this is actually a well-maintained shrine, and it is a beautiful gray statue. Basically of a blind female standing there with a stone altar, a beautiful brass scale at the feet, and then there's two dusty cabinets on both sides of the altar. Looks like they're filled with books and scrolls.
I'll yell at the Kel that it's that It's that blind bitch that you like so much.
I'll go down and have a look.
There's also a beautiful desk of purple wood that's
And then also
filling in most of the remaining space. So it is a very and then there's also an open tome on the desk as well.
Okay,
So
we'll see what the tome is currently open at and see what it's talking about on that open page.
okay, so Marcus has gone down first, and then Kalash has gone down second, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So who else is going down?
I'm going.
Okay.
I'll go.
You said Omi. You said you're going down.
Yep.
How long was that
Okay.
shaft?
About 15 feet or so. Now, as you're going down, Omi, all of this debris is hitting you in the face, like dirt, pebbles, and whatnot. It seems like there's a little whirlwind inside there, just throwing. You've got dirt all in your eyes and your ears and your mouth and your nose. It's hard for you to breathe, and yeah, and then you finally get out, and the next person comes in. Now it's starting to get cramped in here. So I guess all 5 of you come in here.
If
I
it's-
can
if
I
it's-
can stay up on top if you all wish, just to
No.
guard the rear.
You can come in if you want. It's up to you. It's totally up to you though. But there's enough room.
I mean, is this what size? I missed this, Dave. What's the size of this room?
It's probably about, I would say about 20 feet, 15 feet, 15 by 15. It's not very big.
Okay, but there's enough. It's not like we're,
You're
Asses to
you're
elbows in
yeah
there.
you're basically you are with 5 people in there. You're going to be asses to elbows pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So I mean, seeing. I'll ask the group if they really need this many people down here and offer to head back up.
But start having a look at the books and what the tome is that's open, what page it's on, what he's been looking at last.
All right. So there's a journal on the desk, like I was saying, and the journal appears to be Eigen's journal, actually.
Okay,
Nice.
what's it say?
It's just a bunch of entries that ramble at length, and it's going to take you probably a couple hours to read his journal.
Just the last one he's put in, when it was, how long ago. He's kind of worked backwards a couple of them.
All right. There's nothing in there that has before he was actually disappeared as was his final entry. But you can give me an intelligence check if you want to skim through this book really quick.
Yeah, just have a quick skim through.
Did he have did he tell us that this was Eigen's journal at all?
It actually has a symbol, the family crest and stuff on it. So yeah, it's definitely his.
I'd ask him, search when you're looking through, keep an ear out or keep an eye out for Thornbuck or Grimm. Any mention of the sergeant? Maybe we could figure out what they were so entranced about between the two of them.
Sure. Now, as for you get Omi, you get there, and you feel that again. You feel this sort of like this cold breeze hit your face as you're peeling all of the dirt out of your nose and out of your eyes and ears and mouth and whatnot. Now the journal, like I said, a lot of these entries just ramble on about all kinds of different things.
Okay, so
And-
take it for now, and we can always look at it later in a bit more detail.
Well, yeah, there's one page that's really interesting at the very end of the journal. This is what's wrote on a page, and it's just a bunch of miscellaneous things wrote, and you can enlarge that if you need to enlarge it to see it. But like I said, this is definitely some type of. You could definitely tell it's a shrine of Tyr.
So it's under the West Tower.
There's all kinds of stuff. There's let's let's see. Let's read some of this stuff, shall we?
Mentions of the coins and the holy symbol.
So they've obviously gone off exploring then with Grim and the Guards by the looks of it.
Yeah, he does mention Grim, it looks like, doesn't it?
It's got page 78 circled. Do you think that's 78 of that book that was upstairs in his library?
Possibly. What page was he on that? Because we've got that earmarked.
It was page 78. This is all kinds of stuff. All kinds of names, and this is yes, got it. Now wait for Grim. Digging without soldiers might be dangerous. Need to know the password. That's scratched off though. Potential curses, question mark. True nature of the cult.
4 symbols, sure of it. 3 words, must not get wrong.
Yeah. What do we know? It is under the West Tower. The weird symbol of heads surrounded by tentacles. He thinks it's tentacles. Was the cult in the region of Flan? Followers of Tyr destroyed it, but never found the treasure. The Book of Moonsea Cults and the Thalius of Tyr might contain more. Do the spirits speak Thoras? Weird.
There are 3 words to enter: hand, to mano, and to megalo.
Ah, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he found his journal though. Very nice.
Okay, so obviously you need to go to the West Tower to deal with whatever it is. It might be worth doing if that page of the other book is page 78 that it was on when we got to it. It may be worth doing the comprehend languages on that page to have a look into what is going on about, seeing it seems to be tied together. Because that was the book that they're talking about here, wasn't it? Book of Moonsea Cults.
Yeah, if you want, do you want to take it up to the upper floor of the tower, or just do it right here?
Is anyone else feeling this presence, this coldness every once in a while? Dave?
Oh, that's just
not yet.
Omi. Just Omi. Yep, just
Okay.
Omi.
Ever since I took those platinum pieces out of that desk, like this, I get this weird feeling, like this chill, like something's watching me.
Curses are a horrid thing. You may have picked one up.
What do you recommend they do?
I don't know shit about curses. Just stay away from them.
Possibly the platinum pieces need to go back.
I say just leave them on the altar.
It's almost as if you're a bandit.
Maybe I will go put them back, because this is a lot of money, but this is just weird, guys.
Okay, I reckon we definitely need to look at the page 78 of that book.
Is there a way to turn this picture? I can't read what's going sideways.
No way to turn it though. No.
I'm going to go ahead and use the scroll of comprehend languages and read page 78 of that book.
Sure. I like that. You gonna use it? Sure.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the spell and take out the book. Kel, did you have the book?
Yeah, I've got the book here.
Another.
All right.
Open it back up.
We'll open it back up to where we had put the parchment in to save the page 78, and I'd like to take a look at it to see if I can understand the language.
You should look at Eigen's journal at the same time and see if you can make heads or tails of these words.